We are here watching the DF65 Queensland State Championships at Emerald Lakes, and in particular we're watching the strategies employed by 52 in race 7. In the prior races he has been
48.
Staying on the left hand side of the course and aiming for the red buoy, which he does again in this setup. Fortunately, he's over the line, but he's corrected that position fairly quickly, and he will seek to get across to that left-hand side as soon as possible. What you notice here is that he's sailing pretty free and fast, trying to maintain clear air as he goes across to the preferred side. And you'll see he's sailing away from the group as he's sailing a freer position there. He'll hit the knock shortly, and he lifts. As the boat lifts, he tacks, and he's on a lift there, and he's in second place behind 26, going up to the top mark. His now strategy will be to work that ladder, so as he gets this knock, he should tack, which he does, and he will continue to go across to the left-hand side of the course, which is the advantage. So working the ladder is an important part of strategies. And to do and understand where to sail, it's important to spend time and planning at the start of the race to work out where you want to be 30 metres up the course. And clearly he's done that, and that's where he is at the moment. You can see to secure that inward position on the buoy, he has luffed up the other boat, and he will pass top mark in second place behind 26. Strategies downwind are important to maintain a fast trip down to the leeward buoy. Is not necessarily following the direct route. It's actually about following the puffs down, staying in as long as possible in those puffs, and maintaining the maximum speed. Understanding also that at the leeward mark you want to identify which leeward mark is the preferred mark to go around, and that will depend where you want to sail up to. 52 goes to the mark which is closer to the left hand side, and by going around that mark he's only had to jibe rather than tack, and maintains his speed. You'll notice here as he's working across, he's sailing fairly freely. His leeward telltales are flapping, which indicates that he's sailing below the breeze and maintaining a fairly fast movement through the water. Importantly, it's about now maintaining sort of some cover on the fleet below, and he does that because 329 is a major competitor, and he's maintained a safe, loose cover on 329 going forward. Unfortunately, 26 has gone into the zone where you get those lifts, and she's lifting quite well, and she's lifted above 52. 52 is unable strategically to tack back at this stage, and actually runs past the ley line in order to pick up a knock to come back on 26, which she does, and you can see here that she's actually eased her sails, and they're reaching in almost, or slightly off wind, and reaching into the mark fairly quickly. 26 still has a slight advantage, being the inside boat on the mark, but 52 will cover and maintain some sort of coverage over the leeward boat, recognising that she has a preference for the right-hand buoy on the leeward gate. She will follow the puffs down, which will give her that position. So what we've seen here is she started well, she's worked the left-hand side, she's tacked on the knocks, she sailed extremely fast, maintained relatively clear air, and all of that is about planning, and she's planned particularly well during the race. Going down the leeward mark, she will do this all over again, which will give her a benefit of around about a boat length, as 26 will need to tack and come across to the left-hand side, which is the preferred side. It's all about planning your race, knowing the angles, sailing your own race, and trying to push your competitors where you can to those positions which disadvantage them. In particular, 52 has pushed 26 twice to the not preferred mark, which is the left-hand leeward gate mark. 52 is now covering 329, who is currently in second place as she goes out. She's covering basically the majority of the fleet there as she's going away, and sailing fast. She's got clear air, so you can see as she lifts and gets the knock, she tacks pretty quickly, bearing away slightly, and you can see there that she's sailing a little bit below the breeze line to maintain some speed. She goes up to win this race. Importantly, what we're talking about here is knowing the course, knowing the angles, spending time looking at the breezes, and understanding which side of the course you want to be on, working that ladder. Clear air is critical. Having a great start, choosing the windward end in particular, and following those puffs downwind. All of those things will give you a victory. So well done, 52. And the other boats are coming in now. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel, as there is lots of information and content which will help you in your tuning and your setups. Anyway, thank you for watching this, and we'll see you out on the water. Bye for now.